Yeah, guys. Bitches Be Ballin' is back for episode 4, season 2. We're still around. We're still alive. Yuri is running solo here because Kayla got promoted at her job and just doesn't have any
Ooh,
more time for us. So whatever.
he's
No,
over us.
Kayla. We love Kayla. We miss Kayla, and she is going to be back. So hang in there, folks. But this week, we've got two ladies from the Bitches Be Ballin' head to head and WNBA leagues. And so we're going to do another Meet the Managers episode. And we've got Amy and Rebecca on to tell us a little bit about themselves and about how they're liking the Bitches Be Ballin' season. So let's start with Amy. What's up?
Hi, I'm so excited to be on to be an official bitch here. Yeah, what am I'm supposed to say? Who I am? I'm
Tell
Amy.
us, yeah, what do you do, where you live, and like how you got into fantasy basketball?
I live in LA. I help run a nonprofit that helps other nonprofits use new technologies like virtual reality and AR and things like that to tell the stories and kind of get their message out there. Um, and I lived in Seattle for a long time. I was a huge Sonics fan and got into fantasy there and was also working in the music business. And I was started really getting serious about fantasy and read Dr. A's column, and he was talking about all of our bands. And I sent him an email saying, "Hey, we like the same music and fantasy basketball, and we just got to be friends there." And he invited me to a league, and I sent him lots of Sebadoh shit, so we became friends from there.
Dude, that's so cool that you reached out to him at
It was
at
just
Roto
super
World, right?
rando. Yeah. I was just
Oh,
a fangirl of Dr. A's.
that's so fucking rad because we play in the same Dr. A. Steve Alexander's Rock and Roll League, and I joined way after you, and it was so cool to see like another woman playing in the league. Well, at the time, also Janet, I think was Janet.
Janet
No,
was in it for a bit. Yeah.
Janet was in it, right? So Janet Weiss. That's rad. And so was that your first time playing fantasy then?
No, I was in some kind of local Seattle league for a bit. But I was getting all my tips from Steve, and so I sent him a note like, I like reading about your bands and fantasy basketball all in one place in your column. And yeah, I was really like super excited when he emailed me back.
So how did your first season go with them?
I think it went okay. I think it was. I think I was competitive the whole time, and I was always like really excited to be taking guys out in that league.
Nice. As we both are happy to take guys out.
Yeah,
Was it the same dudes that are there now?
some of them like I think like Doug March was in there. I don't think he's in there, and like
Yeah, he
some of that
is.
he is still.
Yeah, he's our test
Or
boxing
yeah,
school.
some of the Band of Horses guys were in there for a bit, and yeah, so there were some other band guys, and it's changed a little bit, but a lot of the same people for like at least 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Maybe
are
more.
Amy and I are unfortunately because I really wanted us to go 1-2 this year, but the fucking matchup ended up being us in the first round. So we're
Oh yeah,
battling it out right now and it fucking sucks.
she's kicking my ass, and I didn't even fix my lineup in time today.
Oh, today?
Just today, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just th- this league's really funny. There's a lot of like indie rock dudes in it and they've all like gotten really good. Have you noticed that, Amy? Like they
They've gotten
fucking
a
know their
lot
shit.
better this year. Yeah, they're paying attention.
Yeah, like draft and just moves and pickups. And I think like I know that Malcolmus started listening to Josh Lloyd. So I knew that, which really surprised me because
He's always been good though.
oh yeah, he's always been, but just like naturally gifted at fantasy, which kind of irks me. Like last year when he fucking auto drafted and he ended up winning anyway. Like
Yeah.
that kind of shit really pisses me off. But he's actually he told me he was actually listening to Josh Lloyd. So But I think a lot of the other dudes are also like listening to pods and getting information, because I've noticed that like the competition level in that league has gone up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So cool. So when was that? What year was that when you started playing in Doc's league?
I want to say like 97.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
That was way before me. Yeah. Wow.
In the Roto World days.
Yeah. And you only play head to head?
I've only ever played. I think I've only ever played head to head. I've been in keeper leagues before, but
Oh.
I think all head to head.
And did you actually play in Fantrax leagues this year, or did you give that up?
I failed miserably at Fantrax and just punted. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I couldn't. It was too many things for me. I kept having illegal lineups, and I just.
Oh, it's so frustrating, dude. That app is broken. It's seriously broken.
I was mad because I had a really good draft, and then I just let it go, guys.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. You're a busy lady too.
Nothing's
So Rebecca, yeah, totally. Rebecca,
yeah.
What's your origin story? So Rebecca is the biggest Hornets fan we know, and we fucking love the Cinderella story.
Fan I know, but
I think that's a common, like, everywhere I go and meet new people, they're like, "Wait, are you from Charlotte?" And I'm like, "No, it's a problem."
Well, I need to hear that story then too.
Yeah. So I got into watching NBA basketball because I met my partner on Hinge in 2020. And he said, "Hey, you should try the NBA." He's a Sixers fan. We're in Philly. And I said, "I don't want to be a Sixers fan. I don't need to be a Sixers fan. I don't want to be a local fan. Let's get in there." He was like, "Well, what are you looking for in a team?" And I was like, good colors, good fan base, like Buffalo Bills, like a solid fan base, and like weird lore. And he was like, I guess the Knicks or the Hornets. And I was like, Knicks are too mainstream. Let's pick the Charlotte Hornets. And I just fell in love with the first thing I fell in love with.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
So your boyfriend is like your assistant. Like he's like setting you up with like a team. Like, what are your needs? What are you looking for? Like that's so cool.
It was very early stages dating, and he was like, "Give me all the qualities you're looking for in a team," and I did. And he gave me between the Knicks and the Hornets, and I was like, number one, I don't want to be a Knicks fan. Number two, I don't count their colors as fun, so I went Hornets route. And I first fell in love with it because of Eric Collins and Del Curry, the announcing team, actually like really got me to stick with it, because it was the COVID season too. So, and it was also LaMelo Ball's rookie season, so that was fun. But yeah, so I just committed to the bit really hard and became like the biggest Hornets fan you can imagine. I've been down a few times. I've seen games. Met Ashley Shamedy, who used to be the sideline reporter. Very lovely. I've also met a Hornet that should not be named, and we won't be sharing that picture. It was a great picture at the time. It's not a good picture now. We all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, we do. He who will not be named. Yeah.
He who will not be named on this podcast. But yeah, so huge Hornets fan. That's
I love it. So what lore is around Hornets? I mean, they moved from New Orleans to Charlotte.
Yeah, I think it was like MJ owned them, and like that was weird to me, and there was a lot behind him, and then him and Eric Collins have like that connection from his announcing the Bulls like while MJ was there. And then I feel like every season something happens in the Hornets realm that is like, what are you guys doing? Like, it's very much like, what are they up to? Because it's not playing basketball. It's something somewhat nefarious that didn't need to be done. Like
the whole injury reporting thing, and maybe it was last year, was really frustrating. That was weird.
We got a whole new medical staff. I believe it was this off season. So that has been awesome. Like we have never had cleaner injury reports, and we've never had more accurate injury reports.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching the game LaMelo broke his wrist in and being like, I think LaMelo just broke his wrist, and he played the rest of the game. And they, the next day they were like, he's probable with a wrist strain. And I was like, oh, good. He didn't break his wrist. And then the day after they were like, actually, he broke his wrist. I was like, what? Inept. Like maybe Gordon Hayward and his wife had a real bone to pick back then when they were going up against the Hornets medical staff.
Oh, Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward.
So you've only been an NBA fan for 5 years, 6 years now.
Yeah, when I was playing basketball, like middle school ages, our coaches would be like, go home and watch the Sixers. Like, go learn how to box out. I was like, the Sixers are not boxing out. Like we'd go home and turn it on and be like, they're not boxing out. That's not happening. So I got frustrated because I didn't like watching games without like below the basket defense. So
wow. Yeah, Collins and Curry are maybe the best TV crew, in my opinion. Like their chemistry is unmatched. Dell's like weird little things that he says, or like little bits of poetry sometimes.
Yeah. He likes there's one that he says every now and again. It's like softer than a butterfly's feet on the rim or something.
Dude, I know. I wrote that in our Discord. I was like, what the fuck?
Funny.
I love that.
It's so funny. Like EC, I can be like, I know exactly what he's about to say. And then he says it. And Dell will just like come in with something weird that he's clearly practiced like 4 times before the game started. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Awesome.
So as a diehard Hornets fan, do you secretly wish that Steph Curry will join the team at one point late in his career and end his...
Not a secret.
Yeah.
It's not a secret. I was convinced we were going to get it. I really liked Seth actually on the Hornets. I loved having Seth here. It was fun. Like him and Dell would walk in the arena every day together. It was like a really fun vibe, and he was a good vet to have. The team is really young. Might not look it on paper as young as like the Nets and the Wizards were, but like the Hornets are a young core.
Well, that's exciting. Meanwhile, on my side of the fence, it's old grandpa dudes. But
remind me which teams you both are.
Oh, I'm diehard Warriors since like 1990. Yeah.
Hold on. Can I ask how old everyone is? I was born in 1997.
Yeah. So I'm
like,
old enough to be Kayla's mom. Like I'm 55. Yeah.
Okay.
55.
59.
Wow,
59.
Okay.
Wow. Amy, you look young, girlfriend.
Yeah, I look young. I definitely.
I look only 57. Yeah.
So, and Amy, Clips, right?
Well, yeah. So I was a Sonics fan.
Yeah.
And then the team got stolen.
Yeah.
So I'm a Clippers fan now. I hate the Lakers. So I live in LA. And when I was growing up in San Diego, the Clippers we had season tickets to the Clippers. So I didn't really give any shits about the Clippers then. I was the kid who hated whatever my dad took me to. So, but now I'm a Clippers fan, but there's a lot of problems with the Clippers right now. It's hard to kind of be into it.
Yeah. Well, what about, so if Seattle, sounds like Seattle might get their team back. So
I would probably be a Sonics fan again.
Yeah.
I mean, I had Sonics season tickets in the, Kemp Payton years.
Wow.
So it was real good times.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Great colors, good branding. I mean, it was just a solid team. Fucked up. And then KD. Yeah.
Yeah. Rashard Lewis.
Yeah. I mean, I live half the time in Portland, so I'm kind of a Blazers fan too, and it's nice that they got Dame back.
Speaking about like broadcast teams, I mean, Calabro I think is the shit.
Mm,
Is that the
love
Portland
him.
team?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
they are
their
good.
podcast. Yeah.
they're really
They're
good.
really fun, for
Yeah.
sure.
He was our guy when the Sonics were in Seattle, so I love him.
Ah. Yeah. Do you I listen to a lot of games on radio too. Do you guys ever listen to radio
I've
broadcasts?
done it a few times as a loyal Hornets app holder.
Yeah,
You can get
Charlotte's
you can
crew's
just
good.
yeah, you can just click in, and if EC and Dell are like on Prime or just out, they'll sometimes have the radio guy do the broadcast. So like I have heard him on air and on the radio before. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like listening to radio, and plus the Warriors TV crew fucking sucks ass, so radio
Yeah.
is way better. So let's talk about Bitches Be Ballin'. So this year we expanded the league from 12 to 14 teams. Rebecca was one of the newcomers and her first year playing fantasy. And so it was like, I could tell we made a couple changes too. We expanded our bench size from 4 to 6, and we introduced a fab waiver pickup system. So everyone had $1,000 to play with over the course of the season to bid on players. And, I think very much like last year in the off season, we'll kind of look retrospectively at what we did, how we set up the league, and we'll probably make some more changes just to make everyone happy. I know that some people were frustrated with the fab thing, but happy with the expanded benches. So all that said, like, I think things were not the most straightforward, and bringing someone new to the family like Rebecca, who'd never played fantasy before, I think like there was some things that like Rebecca didn't even know she had money to play with until she was in the playoffs, which is fucking I feel really bad about. But
I was telling before we started Yuri that like I feel like Yuri did a very good job of explaining this to me like months ago, and then I just completely forgot until I lost a waiver, and I was like, my email was like, well, they paid 150. I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking
that they
about?
is Amy.
Yeah, it was whoever oh yeah, did we play the
It was me. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, at that point, I was holding on for my life. I was like, why would I not spend all of my money to try and get? And it was like Reese or something. It wasn't
it was
like
not
someone I dropped the next game anyway. But yeah, it was funny. Also, I don't believe that Rebecca hasn't done this before because she kicked all of our asses.
No shit. Ball in the family. Yeah.
Ball in the family.
Drafted well, and she was like 1 or 2 most of the season, top 3, and was just kicking our asses. So yeah,
there's a lot of luck involved. I think at first when I was drafting, I was like, well, Jokic obviously is my first pick. Like he was available at, I think I was second. So I was like, yeah, no brainer to grab him. But like, as far as basically all the rest of my picks, I was like, oh, well, I know they play well. Like I was like, LaMelo Ball is my guard, so I got to take him. And I just got lucky. He stayed healthy the whole season and for most of it. Con Knipple's been a stud. So I knew he would be good, but I didn't think he would be this good. Getting the rebounds too, not just threes and not just field goals, but that was great.
So you were literally going off. Oh, sorry. You're literally drafting off of your gut instinct on players.
Yeah, I was drafting off vibes. I would like try to ask my boyfriend or friends for help, and all of them were like, I've never played fantasy and I can't help you. It's too complicated for the NBA. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll try my best. I can't remember. My boyfriend picked one and a friend picked another, and they were helpful, but like, it's just, it was like players I was probably going to pick anyway. So it's just like, yeah, of course this player would be the next best player, I guess.
I'm impressed. Amy, you drafted a really good team. Like you were definitely top 5 most of the season as well.
Yeah, on and off. I think I drafted pretty well. I think my job is persistence. Just like if somebody isn't working, they're dead to me. I just move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
it's
feel like I
funny
was the
how
opposite of just like I was
yeah,
like,
you were
nah,
very, very faithful to your
Yeah.
team.
to the point where I didn't realize Chris Paul was like sort of still occupying bench space on
Yeah.
my team.
That happens to me a lot. Like, oh, I still have that guy? How did that happen? Yeah.
So, just looking retrospectively back at the fantasy season, were there things that you just loved, Rebecca, and things that frustrated you, or what do you think? Like, are you really into it? Like, do you like playing fantasy?
I think as the season went on, I got more. I think at first I was like, I am here to fill the 14th spot that they needed for this
Aw.
league. And then as I like continued going on, I was like, no, I can do this. It's fine. I can understand what's happening a little more. Like it took me, I mean, it's like the last week and I still am like, I don't know how to get to the transactions page. Like it takes me like a couple seconds to remember how to get places, but I got excited like the last month or two, like to wake up and like set my lineup, and it was like fun to look at waiver results and like see all this stuff. But I have to get better at like you guys talk about projecting and stuff. I'm just like I don't know how to do that. I'm just like I think it'll be fine if I start 4 Hornets, which did happen once. I think that might have been in the quarters. I was starting Kobe, LaMelo, Khan, and Ryan Kalkbrenner in the same game, and I was like, it's fine. They'll be fine.
It's probably a good practice not to go too heavy on one team, just because like if you hit a 2-game schedule a week, you're kind of screwed. But you know, that's like whatever. Everyone kind of does it. Like I drafted all Warriors in my first season too, and you just live and learn. But
yeah, I had Khan and LaMelo, and I had Kobe White when he was Bulls. So like Kobe White just happened to become my third Hornets guard that I had on my lineup. And I picked up Ryan because I needed rebounds at some point. I said Ryan will do it. So
yeah, he delivered you some blocks last week. So yeah,
big blocker. If we play the right team, big blocker.
Yeah. Is there anything that like frustrated you about it?
I feel like Yahoo just doesn't like me. Like I'll be like, "Can you please play my active players?" And they're like, "No, we won't be doing that." Like, or they'll like put in players that are clearly worse than the players they've put on my bench, and I'm like, "What? Now I just have to do this every day. Like I gotta wake up and like, you can't bench Con Knipple for like." I don't remember who it was the other day.
Yeah, it didn't used to be that way where if you set your active lineup, they would put in the best players.
Yeah.
But for some reason this year, it wasn't using that logic at all. And you have to manually check. Yeah, it was pretty frustrating. I noticed that too.
Yeah, it's weird. But I feel like that was the only thing that really frustrated me once I got the hang of it. And like everyone was really like supportive and good about helping me out, especially you, Yuri. So thank you for that.
I tried. I mean, the whole projections thing is like everyone has their own little way of navigating how to manage their team. Like a lot of people, like I use Basketball Monster. It's a subscription service, but it's really, really good, like pretty accurate. And it can like project how you'll do in any given lineup or at any given matchup. And then they'll give you like options on who to pick off of waivers that would help you in certain categories. You can like tell it like I want to target, you know, assists and steals and free throw, and then it'll like bring up the top free agents that could help you in those categories. Like it's really good. And hashtag basketball does something similar too, which I know Kayla uses. And yeah, so I think those kinds of things really help. But I mean, after a while, like, I mean, I was in 13 leagues this year, which is way too fucking many. Like daily changes leagues.
13?
13, dude.
How many hours do you spend on fantasy basketball a day?
Fucking like at least 3, maybe
Yeah.
4. I mean, and
Gosh.
I'm a night owl, so I'm like staying up till like fucking 2 a.m.
I
But
remember you messaged me once. You're like, "Will you be up when the wait?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "No, I'm going to bed." Hopefully, my team does it for tomorrow.
yeah, and I'm West Coast and you're East Coast too. But
Yeah.
I really liked the 14 teams. I thought that was really fun.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I think it made kind of picking up free agents easier because there was just less available, right? And so because we had the deeper benches, we're basically in a 16-team league. And like in our 12-team leagues, Amy, it's like there's so much more on the waiver that like it adds pressure, to almost like in a weird way, but
Yeah.
there's like less pressure because there's just less available out in our league.
I see it the other way, but I like the pressure. Like you've got to kind
Ah.
of take a flyer on some like
Mm.
rando guy that just got hot for a couple of nights, and you're like trying to decide if it's real or
Yeah.
whether it's or what. I like that you have to invest in unknown dudes that way versus like, in our other league, it's like kind of an embarrassment of riches. It's just like which one of these very good players am I going to pick up right now?
Yeah.
But I liked it a lot. I thought I do get frustrated sometimes that you can't change the team. Like when you learn if somebody's out for a while, you're just hosed. But everybody's in the same position, so I don't really care.
Yeah, totally. I know. Like it sucks that you have to sort of anticipate. You gotta guess who's going to be available the next day because you have to put in your claim the day before.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way that we can do it where it's like day of, but then the waiver processing time. I don't know. It's because we have like ladies on the other side of the world. That's why we've got this system.
I mean, it's the same for everyone. It's totally fine. I've been trying to like not have devices in bed with me, and so I have to spend time in my office. I'll like go get out of bed to go look
manage your fantasy. Yeah.
While it's still time, there's still time to do stuff. So it's weird to be like here in my office in my underpants trying to figure out what to do. Yeah.
Dilemma.
How many leagues are you in, Amy, this year? Do we count the Fantrax League where I kind of managed?
Yeah.
3. 3 is about max for me.
Yeah.
Because I spend a lot of time on each one when I'm in it.
Yeah, I know.
13, dude.
Yeah. It was way too many. But, this was the year where I was like, I'm going to try lots and lots of different formats and play in more like industry leagues. And so in that sense, like I learned a lot but it was way too much. Like it was just way too intense. Cause for me, it's like, I'm like all or nothing when I commit to something. Yeah. And so I'm actually thinking of quitting next year. Like maybe only doing Bitches Be Ballin'. And I might not even play Bitches Be Ballin'. I might just be like a commissioner. I don't know.
I feel like you should probably stay in this one.
I can't leave. I can't leave what?
You can't leave Rock and Roll Hoops.
I do feel like having women representation is super important. So I'll probably stay in that one. But like all the other ones, it's all the locked on leagues and stuff. It's like I've done it. They're great. I love the format, but I hate playing on Fantrax. Super frustrating. And I don't know. It's just like I just don't get like the sense of community, that I get from like rock and roll and from Bitches Be Ballin' that I feel like is just that's a really important part of fantasy for me. And when you're like playing with like a bunch of mostly dude strangers that are just like you just message through like chat rooms and stuff, it's like it's not my thing,
Yeah, I felt that way about that Fantrax League. Like it was a bit of a bro down there.
Yeah. So my husband's happy to hear it though. He's like, oh, great. I mean, you can still listen to Josh Lloyd and stuff. I don't mind that, but like the amount of times you're just like setting your lineups and stuff is, I was like, I know, dude, like maybe I'll start reading.
So he doesn't do fantasy?
Hell no. No.
Yeah.
He's totally not into it. Like he loves hoops and he loves watching basketball. He's a big Warriors fan too, but nah, he's a musician, you know, like that's where he gets his kicks from, is playing music. So yeah. Well, what other, you guys got any other thoughts? Any thoughts about the NBA? Like Rebecca, do you want to play in our WNBA league? Like we're gonna get that going now. The ladies signed a CBA, and
Yeah, I would love to.
Emma organizes a league. It's on ESPN, unfortunately, but it's the only platform that has fantasy for, and it's points league, which is more straightforward than category league. So you actually might like it better. But the dub, like I love the WNBA. Like I became a really big Golden State Valkyries fan. I went to 3 games last year, and the vibe and the energy at a WNBA game is so rad. Like to hear like everyone yelling and it being like female voices, like it's so trippy and really great. So I think I just love watching the games. Like the ladies just like go after every loose ball. They rebound the fuck like on both ends of the floor, and the way that they like huddle up after every play, you know, and it feels
reminds me of like volleyball. Like I used to play volleyball, and like after every point, you'd like come together as a team.
Yeah.
So like even if you lose it, it's like, yeah, it's okay, we can do this, like kind of thing.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
You know, I won the W League last year, and I have yet to ever watch a W game.
What the fuck, Amy?
I feel like it's better. I have no emotional attachment to any of them.
Wow.
It was just like pure numbers.
So, oh, really? So what did you use to draft then? Because you drafted a great team then.
I just decided I was just going to draft tall women. I was going to draft forwards and centers, all the top forwards and centers, because there's like not a lot of rebounding that goes on in the W. It felt it was going to be really valuable, and that was my strategy, Yuri.
Wow.
That, and there were some really cool names of women, and I was like, I want that person.
Wow. Well, fucking A. Well, that worked for you. Pretty good.
It was, but yeah, I mean, it's a little bit embarrassing because I really should watch W. I think I'd enjoy it. I love like women's soccer. I was an Angel City FC ticket holder for a long time. I just haven't.
Well, maybe you will.
I will.
I mean, I hope you'll play in the league again too.
I totally will. I have a title to defend. Dude,
you were like in first the whole season. It was kind of boring.
I sucked the first few weeks, and then it went well for me, and it was very lucky because I don't know shit.
Well, now I know the strategy that you use.
The strategy is don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And tall. I'll sort by height if that's a way you can do it on ESPN when you draft.
Yeah, now I've got to have a new strategy.
I still have I'll draft on vibes again. Like I fill out March Madness brackets on vibes.
I did too. Who you think's gonna win it? What's your pick?
I picked Purdue. I know. I'll pick UConn for the women's. I didn't do that wacky yet.
I'll pick UCLA for women, but I went to UCLA.
Oh. Who'd you pick for men's?
I mean, I have multiple brackets, but I'm going with Alabama.
Ah. I went with Duke.
Yeah, of course you did.
I feel like a kinship to Duke now that I have like 4 former Duke players on the Hornets. I'm like, yeah, Duke, my alma mater.
You're fake from North Carolina at this point.
I am fake from North Carolina. It's okay. That's fine. People are like, what's your favorite restaurant? I'm like, it's this place in Charlotte called, and they're like, what?
I really hope Illinois goes really far though, because that's my dad's alma mater, and when he was going there, I was born. So
Oh wow.
that's where that's my dark horse favorite. It's the Fighting Illinois. Yeah. Well, ladies, thank you for being on the pod. And
We did it.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, finally, I've been trying to get Amy on the pod forever, but you're so freaking busy, and you like go out and eat dinner a lot and stuff. Like you're a foodie. Tell us about your foodiness, Amy.
I like to eat good, delicious food and also cook it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what do you think about the whole Noma thing?
Oh my God, it's such a thing here in LA.
I know.
Imagine.
What's Noma?
Noma is like consistently been rated one of the top restaurants in the world, and they closed down a few years ago, but they have a pop-up in LA right now.
Oh.
And it costs $1,500 to have dinner there. And their chef, right before they were about to open, there was a big New York Times expose about what a terrible man he was while the restaurant was open, and sort of had all sorts of shitty things that he did to his staff, humiliating them and treating them poorly. So he's just resigned. The pop-up's going forward. People, I don't know if I know a lot of people canceled their tickets and a whole bunch of sponsors pulled out, but I feel bad for the people who remain there. It's not their fault. And he did leave, he resigned and kind of owned it. You can't really say that behavior was okay. It was also like 8 years ago or something like that he resigned. So, yeah, but he resigned from the restaurant, but then the pop-up was with him. So I don't know. It's fraught situation.
Yeah.
When they opened the pop-up, were you tempted to buy a ticket?
No.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of money.
$1,500, like, I can't imagine that. I just can't imagine spending that much money. And at the same time, like, the people in LA were really upset, and like restaurants are having a hard time here. And the fact that people are spending their hospitality dollars on a whole bunch of people coming from Copenhagen and charging a ton of money instead of supporting local restaurants and people who are struggling here. There's all sorts of stuff going on in LA with ICE raids and all that, where people are working at restaurants who are really afraid to come in. And I just feel like we need to support those folks and not people coming to town.
Yeah. What is if you were to go out and have a really, really nice meal with your dude, where would you go in LA?
Really nice, or like what's my favorite place? Like the nice, I don't know.
Yeah, your favorite place, like where you just know, like it's going to be just a special night, lovely, wonderful, perfect.
We're going to this place tonight, actually, called Herman's, that like these people we know own, and it's a relatively new kind of supper club style restaurant. They have like lots of fresh like oysters and stuff like that, and yuzu margaritas, and it's a hospitality group that are like just really great friends. I like grow herbs for their restaurants and stuff like that.
What?
That's fun.
Yeah.
Because I know our friend Rebecca told me that you have a garden, right?
Yeah. So for this restaurant group, like sometimes there's stuff that they can't find at farmers markets or whatever. So I'll grow that. Like they need purple basil that's hard to find. I'll grow that, stuff like that.
Damn, nice one.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're all part of a massive barter friends system.
You have chickens?
Not anymore. We have bees at times. We don't have bees right now, but we'll get more bees now that it's fine.
What part of LA do you live in that you have all this land?
We're in Silver Lake.
Oh.
But we have an empty lot next to us, and we've expanded into their property.
Oh, cool.
I always love to hear about people like living in community like that. So that's awesome.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah. We have a lo-fi barter system in Oakland where just put out our produce on the curb, free. Like I've way too many Meyer lemons, and so I do that. And then I've discovered like all the people that grow passion fruit in our neighborhood. So when my husband and I go walking or do our hood walks, we pick up the passion fruits.
Wow.
We have an actual like neighborhood produce swap where once a month everybody comes and brings all their stuff, and then we all like for 10 minutes take a bunch of stuff and then leave. Like that's it. It started during the pandemic, so it became this very efficient distance thing. But now, you know, somebody might not have grown anything, but they might like make some brownies, and then they can have some of our citrus and herbs or whatever.
I love it. It's great. All right, ladies. Well, I guess our season is over. All three of us. So
I know one of us is going to be dead in the other league too soon.
I know.
And that person's going to be me, it looks like.
I don't know. You're fighting. We're fighting. We'll see. Who knows what can happen? I mean, I just lost Aunt, so
yeah. Gordon's fucking me over.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to play back-to-backs though.
He did last week, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah.
I think he did because I had him. So
yeah.
I'm like,
crazy.
I think he did play too.
Yeah, he did.
Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. So,
No.
Oh, that was your lineup thing.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Until, like, he was
right when we were signing on. And
yeah.
Meanwhile, Sexton is playing. That could have worked out.
But I don't know. I haven't looked at his line, but I don't think he was doing much when I last checked.
No.
I miss Colin Sexton for what it's worth on the Hornets.
He's a fun player. He was fun on the Jazz too. I had him on a bunch of teams last year. Well,
I was going to ask you both. Is there a player that you've like picked up and dropped more than any other this season?
Oh, like just repeatedly?
Yeah.
I think just super recently when I realized how to work the waiver system. It was Zaire. Is that how you pronounce it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Zaire. It was like, oh, I should get steals, and then I was like, well, hold on, I need to like go get this week, and he's not playing, and then it was like, I need him back to like. It was just like,
I think he got you some steals tonight.
Yeah, he's on my team right now, so I think
that's a good question. Let me think about that because I typically don't like. Once I drop a guy, I rarely ever pick them up again, but there have been times in kind of in the locked on leagues where I have, Jay Huff was one where I dropped and picked up like at least a couple times because the situation there was so weird with the centers.
Yeah.
So I would probably say Jay Huff. And maybe Chris Dunn because he's just so consistent with assists and steals, but he's kind of like middling, so you can easily just pick him up and drop him because people don't really think he's that sexy, so he's usually available.
Yeah.
What about you?
I went through a phase where I feel like I kept picking up and dropping Danny Wolf, and then Drummond. Every time I
noticed the Drummond one. Yeah,
he was solid for a while.
He really was, and he's solid again.
Yeah. But there've been different seasons where it's just like, okay, like, have you not learned your lesson about some of these guys? Dennis Schroeder, to stop it.
Yeah, I know. I remember earlier on in the season, you asked me if we wanted to swap Khan and Cooper. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder how it would have turned out for us if we.
Yeah. I mean, they both turned out to be pretty great.
They did.
Yeah.
My team was just in Bitches Be Ballin' was such a hard punt though. Like I don't care about points. Like, so it was like nice that Cooper was scoring points, but I needed the other stuff way more. So yeah, it's the hard punt, man. It's Rebecca. So it's a hard punt is when you're like targeting 5 categories out of the 9. And this
Yeah,
starts at draft, right? And so like in a bigger team, or in a bigger league like ours, like a hard punt is kind of a good strategy versus a balance, but it means that you're like on a knife's edge like every week,
like kind of risky.
Yeah, and you're like just fighting for 5-4, 5-4, and if you're lucky, maybe you get like a 6 or a 7, a rare 7 weekly win. But at the end of the day, like you got to make the playoffs, right? So when it was just fucking so nerve-wracking having a hard punt this year. But I love my team. Like the team I drafted in Bitches Be Balling were so fun. Like I never draft that way, and I had like Coop and Amen and Giddy and Asar, like all these young dudes who were like, anyway.
Yeah, that was if we have time, like that was the other thing I really enjoyed about doing this was like getting to know players that I didn't really know as well, because the bench is so deep and like the IL plus, and so we had so many people on our teams. And it was fun every night to be like, oh yeah, like Will Riley's really cooking with like, it's like, yes, there we go. Like,
yeah. It's like, I never thought I'd be a Alexander Walker huge fan, but that dude came through.
Fucking a huge year for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's sign off, ladies. Thank you again for being on the pod, and we'll talk again soon. All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.